Hey guys, what's up? It's me, Casey, and I'm back with another video. Today is the day that the Lord has made. We shall rejoice and be glad in it. Now, I'm making this video today because I've been gone for about a year. Okay. I've been gone for about a year, and I want to tell you why I was gone and why I'm back now. Because I was not planning on coming back. I had packed up my bags, my one little bag, right? And just walked away. I was done. I was so done. And I guess I'm not done. So the past couple months, a couple of y'all that's been kicking it with me since, I don't know, like 2015, 2016, has been hitting me up and said, hey, listen, everything that you've been talking about way back in 2015, way back in 2016 is coming to happen. Like, yeah, I've gotten phone calls. I got emails. I even had people hit me up on Patreon saying, wow, these things were true. These things was real. You know, the Epstein files. I didn't even know it was the Epstein files when I was talking about, the children. And so, even a couple people said, well, maybe you need to come back, and I'm thinking, nope, I don't think so. I'm not coming back. Why? To say, yeah, I told you so. No, I don't need to do that. I mean, just the fact of the matter that y'all hit me up. I mean, you know what I said. The people around me and my locally in my life, they know what I said way back then. I don't need to come on here and say, I told you so. Prophecy been fulfilled. I don't need to do that. You already know. The Bible says that when the thing come to pass, you've been you was in the face of a prophet, even though I'm not a prophet. I will always say that I have prophetic gifts. Okay. God has never told me that I am a prophet. Okay. Like he has told me that I am a Hebrew Israelite. He told me you are a Hebrew Israelite. He has never told me I'm a prophet. So I want to put that out there straight off the rip. I'm a regular chick, right? That believe upon the blood of Yahusha. And that he redeems me of my sins. And that's it. I ain't got no titles, nothing like that. But he did give me some beautiful gifts, even as a child. So anyways, I left because I was being attacked spiritually. I was being attacked physically. I was being doxxed. When I say I was being doxxed, I mean doxxed by even people who like me. I'm talking about being doxxed, not just by my enemies, even though it was my enemies as well, but also by people who like me. Okay. And that's been going on for years. That's part of the YouTube game. Okay. That's just part of the game. And look, and I don't even put my face up on here, and people follow me, have private eye detectives follow me. All of this, and the Spirit has told me that, and I've seen it, and you know what I'm saying? So I left. Now, I didn't stop loving the Lord. I didn't stop loving my Father. I didn't stop practicing, but it's just too much. It's too much to say that it reached so few ears, number one. The few ears that it does reach, number two, they either don't believe, they call me crazy. They call me, y'all know the names that they call you. They mock, basically. They scoff. Even the Bible says that in the end days, people are going to mock and scoff. That's one of the signs that you're in the last days. So even though they're mocking and scoffing and saying you crazy and this will never happen, that America's great and it's the best, and even though all of that is in the Bible, talking about how prideful people is, they still do it. And guess what? I'm still cool on that. Because see, he ain't spoke to you. Or either he have and you didn't have the ears to hear or the eyes to see. You see what I'm saying? But as the word says, hey, but to my friends, I tell them these things. Yahushua said in Matthew, baby, my Father Okay, the things he tell me, I tell my friends. All right, and in the Old Testament, what did he say? What did God say? This I tell my servants, the prophets, even though, like I say, I'm not a prophet, but I am a servant. I am a servant. Okay, the Bible says when you even have a job, you work that job as if you was working for the Most High Yah himself. I don't care what you do. You be a servant. I'm a servant to people. And that's how I treated people when I was on this thing called YouTube. I treated people with the utmost like love and compassion. If you needed help, I was there. You know what I'm saying? And I'm talking about to my people from back when I was a witch, a practicing witch, occult gems. I would reach out to people, and I'm not boasting or nothing like that. People have problems. They would say something going wrong in their life, and I ain't got to say no names. I don't do stuff like that. I will reach out to them. You need money. You need something. Let me throw you something. Let me help you out. I have built relationships with people on here. You know what I'm saying? I've had businesses with people, and I created ideas and projects to help people for free. Help people for free with business ideas. For free. Now, I did charge for some things. Don't get it twisted. Don't get it wrong. But I'm just saying. But I have a heart, not because it's my heart, but it's the heart of the Most High Yah, even as a practicing witch of love. You see what I'm saying? Of wanting to help others, wanting to serve others, because I've always been a servant. Even as a child, even as a teen, I've always been a servant. I've served when it comes to church. I've served on everything you can think of, from driving people to and from church. And yes, I'm just telling y'all, this is who I am. Even with my kids in school, they got to go to school the next day. And I'm up here on the church bus at 11 and 12 o'clock at night, all the way all at the other side of town, dropping people off on a Wednesday night, on a Friday night, on a Sunday. You know what I'm saying? Picking people up. My kids there got to go to school in about 5 or 6 hours. I'm in there. I'm in the food ministry, the homeless ministry, discipleship ministry, going from house to house. So in my heart, I love people. I love to serve people. And for me, that's what it was. But it was like too much spiritual warfare for me on this thing. It's like, dang, I'm just trying to help people. And this is the thanks I get. And then, and no shade or nothing like that. But then when I started giving the prophecies and things like that around 2021, when I started telling you about the famine that's coming, I started telling you how to prepare. For those of y'all who was there, you saw me in my backyard. You saw my garden go from a seed to so many vegetables, right? You saw that. You saw me getting, the different things, the fishing stuff, all the stuff that the Most High Yah told me to get to prepare. I don't know if I can say it, but weapons, you know what I'm saying? Just all the stuff, water, so much, just all the stuff, seeds, and how he told me how people needed to learn how to hunt. I needed to learn how to fish, hunt. I needed to make my own medicines, which during, my occult practices, I learned how to make medicine back then. But, he was telling me all these things was going to happen. And there would be a famine. There was going to be war. He told me about China. He told me about Russia, North Korea. He showed me the weapons that it was going to use. He was telling me these things, that this was Babylon, mystery Babylon. It's going to fall. These things are going to happen. He didn't tell me these things in a way like you can pray it away. He was telling me these things in a way of warning, like this is what it is. This is what it's going to be. And when I first started getting these messages, him telling me about the depression, him telling me it's going to be so bad that you would wish it was the depression of the 30s. You would wish that it's going to be the greatest depression. And he made it sound like, what? Like, Father, what? People is going to be what? Eating their children? Cannibalism. You know what I'm saying? But I went and I was so scared in my heart And when he first started telling me these things, I was a practicing witch. And when he first started telling me, I had a Patreon and it was full of witches. And so we basically would meet every weekend and we would do our little thing that we do. And then the COVID thing happened or whatever. And then, we started talking about things, and I started getting, the visions, the dreams, the words. And I'm like, wait a minute, hold on. You know what I'm saying? God he came to me and said, it's time to get on the ark. And that was it right there. That was the end of the witchery, baby. Because when he said it's time to get on the ark, baby, I know what that means. It's time to wrap it up. Okay. It's time to stop playing. Okay, it's time to stop playing. And I thank the Most High. I thank you so much for that, because you love me. You love me. You really, really love me. Even in my evil, even in my sin, even when I'm wicked, you come and say, baby, prodigal girl, it's time to wrap it up. Okay, it's that time. TikTok, it's time. It's on the clock. So that broke up my whole thing right there. That broke up the whole witchery thing right there, And I remember telling the girls, because the group started breaking up slowly, because, you can't have no God energy with a bunch of devils. You know what I'm saying? But when it came down to like I think it was like the last 2 or 3 people in the group. In the group, it wasn't really that big, like maybe 20 of us in the beginning. It wasn't that big. I've never been one that really like a lot of people. That's just drama. It's chaos. It's too much. I'm usually a 1-to-1 person. If I have friends, maybe 2. I'm like Jesus. Like, I ain't even trying to be funny when I say I'm like Jesus. I don't mean I'm like Jesus. I mean, he had 12 disciples. Then when you get deeper, the 3, right? James, John, Peter. And then when you get deeper, the one, of course, John, the one he loved, right? So I'm like that. I like the 3 down to the 1. I don't, since childhood, I don't need no friends. I don't need all them friends. It's problems, it's drama, it's trouble. Okay. But I love people. I love people. When I go places, I am the light of I am the girl. I'm that girl. And when I say I'm the light of the party or whatever, I don't mean I have to be at a party, but I'm going to network. I'm going to talk to people. I'm like, how y'all doing? I'm like, what's going on? I don't care where I'm at. I can be at the store. Look, I can go. I remember going to the Janet Jackson concert by myself. She came here, I don't know, 7, 8 years ago. And baby, let me tell you, I had them people dancing and everything. I'm over there by myself. I'm going to talk to people. I'm going to move. I'm going to shake. That's my personality. I like people in general. But when I'm to myself, I like to be to myself. I like to be with the Lord. Okay. I like to be with the Father. I like to listen. I like peace. I like silence. I just like that. Right? So I can be an introvert or an extrovert. I can do it both, right? Thanks to the Most High Yah. So that's who I am. And so for me to be on this app getting stalked, followed, doxxed, like I say, even by people that like me, but also by enemies, right? But all of that, it was just too much in the spiritual warfare as well. Because remember, I was a practicing witch, okay? And even when I was a practicing witch, I had spiritual warfare, but it was different because I worked with the demons, and it's a different ball game than when you working with the Most High Yah, okay? And so now, I can't do that Tina gumbo cooking in the kitchen now. You see what I'm saying? Because, see, I would have threw something on your behind. We'd got some roots and some herbs, and we got a couple things. Went to the crossroads, baby. Went to the graveyard. Went to the ocean. On that. I'd have some of your stuff. Yeah. But I don't do that no more. Now I rely on the Most High Yah, and I pray and I say, Father, forgive them for what they've done, because this is the fruits of the Spirit. Now it's Father, save them. Now it's Father, help them. They're sick in their mind. Something wrong with them. Change them. Save them. Let them know that your Son is the only way, Father. Forgive them, Father. That's now. It's not revenge. Revenge, because I was a revenge girl all day, baby. Physically, spiritually, emotionally, mentally. That was me. I was that chick. Like, you want to go toe to toe? Let's do this. I'm ready all day. Oh, God. Okay, that's how come people know I'm different. People know I'm different because they be like, oh, she don't act the way that she used to be like. You know, when I'm with the Father, I'm with the Father. I don't play no games like that. Look, and when I'm with Satan, I don't play no games like that neither. You know what I'm saying? So what side I'm on, that's what it is. So when I'm on the Lord's side, no, I'm not revenging you, but I'm like, okay, this is too much, right? I'm also going through a homeless situation, and y'all knew I was with y'all. I'm telling y'all about the stuff I'm dreaming about. I'm telling y'all about the economy going to collapse. All of this thing is going to be a lot of homelessness. It seemed like everything I was prophesying, I started going through. And I'm like, wait a minute. I left my income, 6-figure a year income for the Most High Yah. This is when these things started happening to me. And y'all, I'm not trying to be funny or nothing like that, but those of y'all that's been with me since way back when, you know what I'm talking about, baby. Business was booming, okay? And not only with the witchcraft, but with other stuff I was doing. But, you know, it's not godly. So when he said, get on that ark, I got on that ark. I left the things that he said is not of him. And that meant my income as well. Okay. So, I mean, I'm not a big money person, I have saved a lot of money. So, I mean, I thought, hey, I'll just go start another business. But things didn't work out the way that I planned. And I ended up being in a homeless situation because then more spiritual warfare. My landlord decides after 12 years of no issues, 12 years of no problems, 12 years, oh, we just don't want to renew the contract with you anymore. That was spiritual warfare. And the reason why she claimed is because, well, see, God had told me to prepare. And when I say prepare, y'all, my hallways had to have at least 60 to 75 cases of Zephyr Hill waters. I love Zephyr Hills, but water bottles, right? And so when I say my house looked like a Sam's Club, okay, in every room, okay, and I had the garden outside, and listen, okay. So one day, the landlord has a man come to fix something in the house, in the sink. Long story short, I think he went back and reported her and told her I was selling stuff out the house because she confronts me. Is you selling stuff out your house? And I'm like, okay, he must have thought that I was selling this stuff. No, this stuff is, for what the preparation that the Most High Yah told me to do. These are things that he told me to get, walkie-talkies and things like this, bikes, because you're not going to be able to drive. I mean, the stuff he was telling me to get, I was getting. And it was the same stuff that I got that got me kicked out. I felt like Joseph. I felt like Joseph. And I was like, I know I heard you, Father, and I'm doing what you said to do. I'm doing these things that you said to do. What is going on? I know I'm not crazy. I know the dreams, the visions. I hear you talk to me throughout the day, telling me what I need to get. And then he never, ever told me to warn the people. I never heard him say, warn the people. And I think that's where I went wrong. I think where I went wrong was I warned the people, because that's when people turned their backs on me. That's when people said I was crazy. Even when I come on here, it's just, I think I wasn't supposed to warn nobody. I think it was just for me. But I was like, oh my God, China and Russia, they're gonna, he's telling me how they're going to do what they're going to do. And that they already got people here. And I'm living like 3 miles away from one of the bases. It's 3 bases I can think of right now just in my city. And so I live like 3 miles away from one of the bases. And he's telling me they're going to, the basis first. I'm just going to say it like that. And I was like, oh my God, I got to go. And I remember I contacted One of my buddies that's lived in Mexico at the time. She'd be between California and Mexico. And I contacted her and said, hey girl, I need to leave. I mean, I was so scared. I was like, this is going to happen tomorrow. Y'all, I was just like, this is going to happen tomorrow. I need to do something because what? But I was like confused. And I was like, wait a minute, why are you telling me prepare for all of this stuff? But I was just so confused. So, I mean, I don't know. Maybe I wasn't supposed to tell people because then nobody believed me. Nobody believed me. And stuff that I have said, people still don't believe me because those things have not come to manifest. And things that he's been telling me recently, like I just had a dream about Obama. Oh God. It's just like people is not going to believe me. So I'm wondering, should I even put these new things out here? I don't even know. I don't know. Should I even put them out here? But long story short, he told me about war. He told me about, he gave me dreams of pestilence, war, civil war. He gave me dreams of the economy crashing. He's told me horrible things about liquid that's red that be in human bodies that's going to be everywhere. He's told me, I mean, all kinds of things he's told me and showed me in different types of ways. He's confirmed these things through outside sources. And when I say outside sources, I don't mean like the news or like politics. I mean, he'll show me something, he'll give me a dream or something, and then he'll confirm it by something that happens shortly after. Like that, like I'll put in more videos. But I'm just like, oh my goodness. So I'm going through all of this. Then I'm homeless. I'm at this point, okay, all right. I'm living from hotel to hotel, from nice hotel to rink-dink hotel to outside. I'm asking y'all for help. And look, by the way, thank you guys. And I always have thanked you guys. I don't care if you gave $1, $100. You know, somebody even gave me one time, somebody gave me like $500 or $600. Like that was so awesome. I'm grateful. I don't care. Like I say, it could have been the least $1. I'm so thankful, you know, but it wasn't many of y'all. It was maybe 5 of y'all. And I'm kidding you not. It was maybe 5 people that did that. And I'm like, I'm tempted because I'm like, I know how to make money. I know what I can do. People still writing me saying, hey, listen, I need you to do this spell for me. I need a revenge spell. I need a love spell. I need this spell. I need a reading. I need, you know what I'm saying? And I'm thinking, I can do this for you. I can do it. I can do it, but I can't do it. I'm telling them, you know what? I'm saved now. I don't do that anymore, etc. But in my heart, I'm like, Father, I really need it. I really need that money. Help me. It was hard to get a job. And it's like, oh my God, I have all this experience. I have degrees. Well, I have 1 degree. I have an awesome degree in the technology field. Not only that, I've proven myself with jobs. Years of experience. What is going on? It's just like so much spiritual warfare. And it's crazy. Like, I'm not nobody. I'm not, you know, I'm not like a Creflo Dollar. I'm not like a TDJ. I'm just little bitty me. I have like, how many people watch my videos, right? I'm nobody. I'm not making no impact on this planet like that. I'm not making why is all of this coming up against me? You know, and so I don't know. I'm not saying I'm a good person. I'm not saying that because I've sinned since I've been born. I've sinned, okay, 1,000 million trillion times. So I know that, you know, you reap what you sow. And so therefore, yes, I could be reaping what I'm sowing and all of that. But it's just like, man, how come life was so good and it was so sweet? At that time, I almost died a couple of times. Even I told you guys about it while I was in the hospital or whatnot. You know, the Most High Yah didn't allow it. Thank Father for that. And I was able, even in that situation, to preach the gospel and to talk to people and pray with people and things while I was on my dying bed. You know what I'm saying? And so I thank the Most High Yah for that. I've had some adventures. I've met people being homeless. I've seen some sad stories. And I wish I could have helped people, and God knows if I had it, I would have helped them. I've seen kids on the street. I've seen a lot of horrible things. I've seen injustice happen to people with the cops late at night because they're homeless. I've seen a lot of stuff. And I just felt like it's not worth it. It's not worth it. It's not worth what I'm going through. I'm leaving. I'm done. I'm finished. I'm done. I'm done with YouTube, and that's it, and that's all. And I left, and that's why I left about a year ago. That's why I left. I was like, I done told people what I told them. They can believe. They don't want to believe. I don't care at this point. Okay, I don't care at this point. I don't care. I do not care at this point. I just need to, like everybody else doing them, I need to just do me. You know what I'm saying? I need to start learning to do me. Then he had me write a book, and this was right after I had got kicked out or whatever, because I tried to fight my landlord, and that was spiritual warfare too. But right after that, I had a dream, and when I woke up from that dream, he told me to write down. He told me to get a pen and paper and write down. And God, he does not be telling me to get no pen and paper and write nothing down, but he actually told me to write some stuff down, to write a book. And I was like, I'm sleepy. Excuse me, but I'm sleepy. I'm going back to sleep. And I went back to sleep. And then I woke up. Thank you, Father, for forgiving me. When I woke up an hour or two later, he told me to write this down, right? And I was, listen, he told me exactly what he said that first time in the same exact order. That's all I got to say. And I said, okay, this definitely must be him, because ain't no way. Number one, I'm not even thinking about writing no doggone book. That's for one. And so he told me to write this book. He told me that people was going to need it. It's in these end times that they need to have a relationship with him, all of this. And I came to the channel and I told people about it. And I'm thinking, okay, y'all really need to get this book. And I don't know if people thought I was grifting, like I'm, TD Jakes or something, or, or Joyce Meyer. I mean, I don't know, but I just know he said to get this book. And I'm not saying it's the best book. I'm sure it's not the best book in the world, but it's something that will help you get on the path so you can hear him for yourself. And so I'm doing that. Nobody really is buying. I mean, I did get a few people to buy it, and I was like, okay, good. I wasn't really doing it for the money, but I was doing it because he said to do it. But then I was like, people ain't really buying it anyway. So I just stopped promoting it or whatever. I'm like, whatever. I feel like a beggar. You know what I'm saying? I feel like I'm begging people to, if they don't want to buy the book, they don't want to buy the book. I mean, maybe they can learn another kind of way. I mean, like I say, it's not the best book in the world. I mean, I'm sure that it's people, prophets, that write books, like big, thick books, like 5,000 pages. They can tell you every single thing. You know what I'm saying? This is just rudimentary, basic, what he told me that I needed to write, basically. And so, whatever. And then, I don't know. And then I just felt like I didn't want to charge people money. You know what I'm saying? Anything dealing with God, but it's like, but at the same time, I do need money, so maybe I should sell the book. And so it was just confliction, like just so much confliction. And, I don't know if I had too much pride or whatever. And it's like, everybody be begging on this app. Everybody, like, not even on this app. I be on other apps. People be stars, celebrities. Tamar, she be begging. Tony Braxton's sister, she be begging all the time. That Saucy Santana dude, he be begging. All these rich people, Shar Jackson, they be on here begging all the time. Why is it hard for me to beg? Well, number one, I always was taught you work. You work for what you get. That's what I always was taught. You need to work, right? You need to work. And there you go. And so I don't know, I always felt like, you know what I'm saying? But when it got bad, I asked, can you guys help me? And like I say, the 4 or 5 people that helped me, I'm thankful and grateful. But more than 4 or 5 people listened. And even if it was $1, and I felt like I'm putting my life on the line because I know exactly what's going to happen on this app. As soon as Obama find out about my videos, or whoever that I'm talking about, that's it. They're going to track me down. You know what I'm saying? And nobody even gives a care. Nobody even cares. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, why am I doing this? Number one, they don't believe me, blah, 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 blah. But then they'll go over to the gossip channel. They'll go to the sports channel. They'll even go to the Beyonce channel and buy Mama Tina cooking gumbo with all the witchery in it for $25. Or they'll just go and give Beyonce, $1,000 because, or they'll give these lying gossipers, $500 just because, So it's like, that's real interesting. But my own brothers and sisters, you know what I'm saying? They see that I'm hurting here, But it's fine because God already told me the situation on that too, that we all being tested for certain things. And I'm not going to get into that, okay? But it was just like, I'm doing all of this and it's too much. It's too much. Hospitalizations, it's too much. It's too much. I'm doing what I can do in the Father, you know what I'm saying, in the Son and in the Holy Spirit. And that's why I left. That's why I left. So now, why am I back? Well, I'm back because now things are heating up. Maybe people will actually listen. That's for one. For two, I've been reading my Bible because I usually was a New Testament girl. Living holy, living righteous, the fruits of the Spirit. You know what I'm saying? Trying to avoid Matthew 7. What do I mean? Avoid Matthew 7. Okay, that scripture where it says, but in that day they'll say to me, I prophesied in your name. I delivered demons. I cast demons out in your name. I did all these things in your name. And I'm going to say to them on that day, depart from me, for I never knew you. That's the scariest verses in the Bible to me personally. I don't want to be that person that did all that work thinking I'm going to be at the marriage feast, thinking I done did this and this and that. I done used all my spiritual gifts, yet I lacked charity, yet I lacked love, yet I didn't do the works that I was called to do, yet I didn't fulfill whatever my position is as a soldier to occupy until he comes back. Now, player, that's not happening. I'm not going to let nobody take my crown like that. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do that part. And so I said, you know what? I'm getting back on the battlefield. You know what I'm saying? I didn't put the bandages around me or whatnot. I didn't patched up or whatnot. And it is what it is. It's time for me to go back into the battlefield again. And that's why I am back. That's why I'm back. So I have 2 channels. This channel is going to be my prophetic channel, prophecies, and Hebrew Israelites warning, because that is another big thing that he has been focusing on for me. Waking up black folks, telling them who they are, and not all black folks. You got to get into my videos to understand what I'm saying, okay? But those who are a part of the transatlantic slavery of 1619, the descendants of those folks, all right, is a part of the 12 tribes of Israel, is a part of that whole situation. And look, I don't know much more than other than that. All right. I just know what he tells me. I don't know all the extra stuff and who is Shem and him and Ham. And I don't know all of that. He ain't revealed that part to me. And Esau, which I don't think is the white man, but whatever, you know what I'm saying? Because I don't think that Jacob and Esau could have been in the same womb of a woman. One came out white as a lily and one came out black as, like, I don't believe that. But if that's what y'all believe, okay, cool. I would more believe that he was red. All right. I know red dudes. I know some red black men. They light skin. They red. They hair red. I would more think so. One was maybe because, they say we colored and all. I would think one was a particular color and one was a different lighter red color. You know what I'm saying? I used to think albino, but I'm thinking now albino is a whole nother situation though. You know what I'm saying? Because you can be black, but yet you white. But no, this person was red. So, and I could be wrong. Okay, don't look, anything you hear from me, you better take it back to the Most High in the prayer. Okay, in the prayer clause. Okay. But that's what it is. So on this channel, prophecies is what I'm going to be talking about. Things going on in the world as a watchman, because I'm watching all these things going on. I'm going to be bringing some of that stuff here and talking about the Hebrew Israelites, all right, and who they are, trying to wake up the real, true ones, all right. I have another channel, and on that channel, I'm talking about Bible scriptures. I'm talking about how to live holy, how to live righteous, how to forgive people, how to not have sin take you over, lust and thievery and drugs and all of the things, okay? And I don't know if I'm gonna put my testimonies on one or both channels or either channels, but then I have my Patreon where I'm more intimate, like how I'm being intimate right now, kind of putting stuff out there. Yeah, this is probably going to be the only video that I do like this out here. The rest of them going to be in my Patreon. Now, my Patreon is free and it's paid. I have a free part and I have a paid part, okay? So you could join the free part or the paid part. Either one, I have different tiers, but I like to break down stuff like music videos, just media altogether, music, movies, TV, commercials, things like that, things that's going on in the news, break that down, tell you what's going on, talking about these plants they got running around here like Candace to the Owens, for example, certain YouTubers, things like that going on, the bigger plants that we got going on up out here, right, that's making things happen around the world. And the smaller plants, like I see we got these tarot card readers that claim they with the Lord, but they pulling cards with Psalms 21 and Genesis 53. And so, you know what I'm saying? Talking about which card it is. This is what the Lord is saying. And then, doing little fakery. And so I used to expose people on the channel and it makes me so angry. But I'm going to start doing that on my Patreon. Unless the Most High y'all say, no, you need to put it out there. Because I didn't expose people like Charlemagne the God. I didn't put all of that out there. I didn't talk about Wendy Williams. I didn't talk about stuff. And once again, those things have come to pass. Well, Charlemagne the God ain't happened quite yet. Not quite yet. But those things with those celebrities and things that the Most High y'all done gave me, that stuff didn't happen. I know those of y'all who's been here for that. Like when Wendy left in that purple chair, I had that dream about that purple chair. She threw it out and she gave everything away. But I took all them videos away. All them videos, I had a lot of videos, probably thousands of videos since 2015. So I had a lot of videos and now I got like less than 100. And I took all those videos down because they were like conversational like this. They didn't have real topics. The topic would be, what's up, duck? Because I didn't want nobody to find me. I didn't want a lot of people. I don't want a lot of people. When I want a lot of people, I don't want to go viral. When I want a lot of people, I want to control that. And that's in my everyday life. If I want to go to the fair and be around a lot of people and preach the word, that's what I want to do. Okay. I'm more of a person, because I like people. I love people. I like to bounce off of people. I want to talk to people. I want them to talk back to me. And so I'm more of that type of a person instead of, I'm just going to talk the whole time and you're going to hear, me talk. Like, that's cool, but that's not really me. I like being around people and interacting with people, that's why I do the consultations and stuff like that, And so also I found out, hey, I might have a little too much pride. It's actually somebody on this app right now. That old Cardi B, $4.5 million. She's got a GoFundMe and everything. And this chick is making $200,000 per month. And look, this is court records. Okay. So it ain't a lie. That part ain't a lie. Now, there's a lot of other stuff that she be lying about, but that part is not a lie. And she got to go find me. And if she around here begging, I'm just saying, you know what? I think I got too much pride. I have too much pride as a homeless person. I need to be out here on these QVC streets, just like this chick that's making $200,000, $100,000 a month just off the YouTube app because she have other streams of income. What's wrong with me? What's the matter with me? Maybe I do have some pride in my life that I need to get out the way. And maybe I need to be begging in all my videos like she do too. Obviously it works because people be doing it. Like I say, the celebrities do it and things. So maybe I need to be on here begging too. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying. So, I mean, I don't know. Maybe at least it'll put a roof over my head. At least it'll get me my passport so I can get up out of here. Maybe it'll at least give me some food for the day. Maybe it'll at least something like that. So maybe I just got too much pride in my heart. Because it seems like I definitely, I don't know. I'm not them. I'm not them. I'm not them. And I'm not what they call a social media influencer, because I'm not going to cater to you. I'm not going to cater to you. I've never been that way. I've always been, I'm going to run my channel the way I want to run my channel. I'm going to talk about the topics that I want to talk about, not just something that's trending. I usually wait till the trend is over before I put something out there. Hey! But, you know, sorry guys. But, you know, for now, you know, maybe I do have to jump into the trend or something like that, just so that I can warn the Hebrew Israelites who they are. Because I don't want to get on here for no reason. At this point, I'm on here for a reason. At this point, I want to wake up the Hebrew Israelites. At this point, I want to warn people so that they can prepare for what's to come. Hey! So that they can prepare for what is to come. Because the Most High Yah has told me these things. I've done these things. I've showed you these things. And I still know these things are going to happen. I don't know when, how, why, but all of that. So yeah, I am back on here. Okay, I'm on here. Like I say, I'm going to be on my other channel as well. If you want to learn how to live holy, righteous, if you want to know how to trust. Because here's the thing about it. How do you think you're going to actually go to the kingdom of the Most High Yah and you acting like a demon? I don't care how much you believe in the blood. The Bible says that demons believe as well. All right. So what makes you different and me different from the demons is because you do the will of the Most High Yah. All right. So around here, while you around here talking about your brother and sister, while you around here gossiping, while you around here stealing, while you around here taking things from people, while you around here getting your get back, you know, I need that. I want that. You know what I'm saying? But yet you praying to him, acting like you all lily white. Yet, you know what I'm saying? Somebody offends you and you got to speak up for yourself and you got to puff your chest out. That's not what he said to do. He said, vengeance is mine. I got this. You need to forgive and you need to let that thing keep it a moving, keep it a pushing, baby. Okay? I'm not saying if somebody do you wrong or dirty, you know what I'm saying? You don't, you know, even though we're not supposed to take them to court. Right? But since we don't even do things the way the Bible say to do it, because we're supposed to judge each other. Yeah, I know you say don't judge, but that's not what the Bible say. The Bible say we're supposed to judge one another. So we should have our own judging system, right? Where the saints judge one another. Did you know we're gonna also judge the angels? Did you not know that? Okay. So that's what we're supposed to do. Not be going to an outside judge, to the secular world, and letting them judge us. All right? But there is times where people do heinous things or evil things or unfair things where, yeah, they need to be judged. That's why it's laws in the Old Testament about that. And we're supposed to handle things a certain particular way. Okay? Hey! Calm it down. And so that's what it is. Okay. So, you know, that's what that channel basically is about. It's how to live according to the word. That's what that channel is about. Maybe people's interested. Maybe they're not. I say, hey, if you're interested, then you'll be looking for that type of information and you'll find the channel. Or maybe if you come to the Patreon, you'll find the channel. I'm not putting everything on here anymore. I'm not doing that. I'm just not. And I'm putting things like updates on news, real news that's really happening, that is being hidden from you. All right? Because the media is not, they're not telling you about it. I'm putting stuff like that on my Patreon. I'm putting things like, I'll still put this content on there as well. The stuff that I talk about over here, I'll make it free over there. But when I have to expound upon things, when I have to talk about things that is not so wise to talk about in public, then yeah, you're going to have to come on the inside of Patreon. You're going to have to either be a free or paid member, depending on what I'm talking about. You see what I'm saying? Because like I say, the attacks are real. The attacks is real. So in order to do that, you're going to have to make a little bit of a commitment to me, whether you be free or paid. You're going to have to make a spiritual commitment to me. Just like you do when you pay them witches and warlocks for a psychic reading and things, or when you go and you make a commitment and buy a Beyonce ticket or whatnot, or when you go and buy some gumbo from Mama Tina's and all of that or whatnot, or when you go and you pay for a GoFundMe for someone who's done something wicked to somebody that owe Cardi B $4.5 million, how you gonna get some of that judgment too? Same thing. You gonna come over to my Patreon and you're gonna join either as a free or you're gonna join as a paid member, and we in this thing together right now, right? So if you gonna think you gonna do something wicked to me, you're really digging a hole for yourself. And that's what that's gonna be all about, baby. That's what it's gonna be about. Okay, that is the contract. All right, that is the spiritual contract that we got going on. And so you need to be careful and think about who you putting money, who pockets you putting money in. Is you putting money in Jay-Z pocket, Bill Gates pocket? Is you putting money in Beyonce pocket and Taylor Swift pocket? Is you putting money in the Epstein pocket? Who is you putting money into? All right, because you got to deal with the devil on that one right there. Or you could be having a deal with the Most High Yah. It depends. It's no other sides. It's just those two sides. Them is the two sides. Whoever you is supporting, that's what it is. Okay, just putting that out there. So anyways, yes, I'm back. I don't know how often I'm going to be uploading. I was thinking, well, I'm just going to upload what the Most High Yah gives me and be done with it. I have old stuff, but y'all know since I've been on my journey, I have lost my dream books, my vision books. And so some of the stuff may not be word by word. I used to read it to you straight from the thing. And some of the stuff I don't remember every single detail. So I might just come and just give you a quick synopsis or whatever. Okay. And so calm down. And so, yeah. Excuse me. I know. Anyways, so basically that's what I'm going to be doing as far as, coming on here and everything. It was so peaceful until I started. This is what I mean by spiritual warfare. This is exactly what I mean. And then when I get ready to make a video, it's always an issue. It's always an issue. It's always it might not be, it's some type of an issue. And so, the spiritual warfare, it is real. It is so real on so many levels that you would not even believe. You would not. I'm like, the devil must know something I don't know nothing about. He knows some inside stuff, because this is crazy right now. And this is like every time I try to upload a video, or every time I try to do something, or yeah, that's what it is. So this is what you getting. You getting the real and the raw, and that's it. Ain't no editing and cutting out and all of this. I want to make my videos of people saying stuff that I think is censored. I may have to edit that. But I'm saying, like, right now in my little intimate videos, this is what it is. Okay. This is what you get. And that's what it is. And that's all. And so, I'm a normal person. And it's people all around me until, you know what I'm saying, I get to another level in my life. That's what it is. Okay. So anyways, that's it. Let me think. So I'll be back. Like I say, I don't know how often I'll be posting our things. Like I say, the newest stuff that the Father has been telling me about since I've been off of here, I don't know. Maybe I'll post it now, or maybe I'll post it later. But it's like stuff, like I said, recently, Obama stuff. Like, I don't even really see him in the play of anything right now. So, I mean, I don't even know. Should I even be posting stuff like that right now? I don't know, y'all. I don't have a mentor or nothing like that to teach me, walk me through this stuff about how the Father speaks to me, you know, or whatever. You know, I just have to go by what he say and try to figure it out from there. I just don't want to miss the mark by not doing nothing at all. You know, he said occupy until I come back, you know, be about my Father's business. That's what Yahusha said, you know, when he was 12 years old. I'm about my Father's business, you know, and that's what I'm realizing, like waking up to we are supposed to be about our Father's business. We are supposed to be about trying to get this world to get saved, not through us, but by giving them the good news. And through the good news, they get salvation. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, if we was like them Islam people, man, this world would be a whole nother. I'm looking at them Islam people right now. I'm looking at them over there with them things falling out of the sky. The kind of like what Ohio got going on, but they calling it a meteor. Baby, they ain't no meteor. But anyways, I'm looking at them. Them things is falling left and right. And they all out, baby, in the middle of the street. Talking about Allah Akbar, Allah, meaning God is good, baby. They ready to be a martyr, baby. They just ready. And I say, you know what? Christians could never do nothing like that. Christians could never do nothing like that, baby. Talking about they gonna be a martyr. Really. Them people can't wait to get blued up. All right, in the name of Allah. Okay? That's how come they are already here, as the Most High Yah told me. They spies, they already here. That's how come when they strap them things on, right? When they strap them things on, right? Y'all remember how they did on that day with them twins, right? Up in the Big Apple. You know, they be happy. They be like, I'm about to get 72 of them virgins, baby. That's what the men be thinking. Now, I don't know what the women be going through. I don't know if they getting 72 or maybe 10 or none, because, you know, the women, they don't really mean nothing or nothing. But yeah, I don't know if that's why they be so happy, because they think they got enough stamina to lay it down with 72. Or what the deal is. That right there should tell you something ain't quite right with that. But anyways, we ain't gonna go there. But they do be ready. They do be ready, because I see them in the street as them things is falling right across the street. They just singing, Allah Akbar. Yeah, baby. God is good and God is great. So when it comes here, because it's coming here, I'm going to be making videos on that. I just want to know how many Christians going to be in the streets. How many Christians going to be in the streets saying, Jesus is Lord, as them things is falling in their city. Jesus is Lord. I have a feeling we going to be running in the house, hiding up under everything, scared. And then when they pull them swords out and get ready to chop off them heads, when the guillotines that Obama then ordered back in 2009, I wonder, are people going to be like, oh yeah, put their head on the swivel? Because you know what that's all about, right? They're going to be ready to put their head on the swivel for their Jesus, right? We're going to see how that all play out, you know. Yeah, because it's promised, it's prophecy, right? But that's going to be a great revival when the revival does happen, because if you can turn them people on, them Islam people, to following the Messiah, baby, this world gonna be on fire. That's all I got to say. Them people is some committed people, and that's it, and that's all. So anyways, I think this video is long enough. I told you basically why I left. I told you why I'm back. I told you what's up. You wanted to get the real and the trill and the whole, you know what I'm saying? The old Casey, you got to come to the Patreon, because, you know, I'm not going to be talking like this. I'm trying some new things, right? And I'm going to be just putting up here basically what I'm told, and that's it. And that's all. Okay. I try to, you know, make it better, but that's pretty much it. Yeah. So that's it. Appreciate you. Y'all have a beautiful and a wonderful and a blessed day. Hey, and listen, If you want to support me or this ministry, then always feel free to click the links down in the box below. No pressure though. No pressure, because I'm going to be looked out for regardless. I'm going to be looked out for regardless. That is my prayer. God told me to pray for my daily bread. That's what I do. And that's what it is. All right. But anyways, y'all be blessed. Talk y'all to the next one. Shalom, and I'm out.